The following is a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited.
From Radio Alabama Sports, this is the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Wetumpka Baseball is presented by Collier Ford. Come on to Collier Ford. Proudly serving the River region for nearly 75 years. Online at collierfordinc.com. RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus. Kathy Thornton, Chad Barrett, and Beverly Wright are your River region real estate experts. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success. Baptist Health, the official healthcare provider of the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network. Your health is our mission. Online at baptistfirst.org and the City of Wetumpka.
We are on the road here in Pike Road for the Wetumpka Indians and the Pike Road Patriots. A good afternoon, everybody. We've got a big baseball matchup coming your way here between two powerhouses at the 6A level over the last couple of years. Indians coming in at 7-2, Pike Road at 10-2, both with some pretty high expectations for this season that have so far lived up to those expectations. Along with Mitch Petrie, I'm Gavin Baxley. We got a good matchup on our hands here today, but a little bit of a different side of things momentum-wise for these two teams. Wetumpka comes in after a loss to Prattville Christian, but then Pike Road right now, they've won 5 straight. So what is it going to take here? You know, Wetumpka's got to find a way to get on track and start to find that rhythm as we get deeper and deeper into this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And you start off hot, but it's a long season like everybody knows. And I think a good big thing to look at here today is you're only missing one guy. You're missing Miller Lombardi, and that's definitely going to impact the Indians in a monumental way. But you've got Peyton Dickey back in the lineup, and that's a huge addition back for this team. Comes in hitting just over 400 and has been lights out at the second base position.
Yeah, it's good to have a couple people back, but we'll have to see how they handle, missing one of those better players here today. This game is the first of a busy couple of days, or really it's a continuation of a busy week for Wetumpka baseball. I mentioned the PCA game. That was on Monday. They've got the game here today against Pike Road, and then they'll have a doubleheader on Saturday at home as well. We're excited to be here for this road matchup of Wetumpka and Pike Road. We'll take a break. When we return, we will give you our starting lineups here on the pregame show brought to you by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. We'll take a break. Indians baseball coming up on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
It's never too late to take the next step. The Central Alabama Community College Adult Learning Program helps adults 18 and older earn their GED or even a high school diploma. You can also prepare for the workforce with short-term certificates in medical billing and coding, medical assisting, pharmacy technician, or hospitality and culinary. Flexible classes fit your schedule, and your future starts today. Visit cacc.edu/adult education or call 256-378-2017. CACC Adult Learning Program. Discover you.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to real estate in the River region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
Come to
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road. Come on, come to Collier.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Getting ready for first pitch now of Wetumpka and Pike Road on this beautiful but very, very windy Thursday afternoon. And as we get ready, it's time now for our Keys to the Game, brought to you by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Mitch, you told me you've got a good one. I'm ready for it.
Well, you know, in baseball, to win the game, you got to score runs. And this Indians team, they've done that all season long. 7-0 when they score more than 4 runs, but 0-2 when they score 2 or fewer. So key to the game here tonight, put up more than 4 runs and let your defense go to work for you. It
sounds like kind of a Booger McFarland type of take, but it's completely accurate at the same time. Wetumpka has really struggled, especially in that last game, to just get runs on the board. You know, they had so many of it. It all happened in one inning, right? You scored the 2 innings in the third against PCA, and then the Indians were held scoreless the rest of the way through, and that's what allowed PCA to get back into it, which seemed to be a bit of an issue for the Indians. And so trying to, cut the head off the snake, right? That's kind of the big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look back at that PCA game, Indians did not draw a walk throughout the entire course of that game. And traditionally, that's something that the Indians team has done well all season long, usually averaging about one walk an inning, which is great if you're in high school baseball, showing some great discipline, and like to see that discipline come back tonight.
Time now for our starting lineups, brought to you by First Community Bank. First, the batting order for the Indians. It'll be the catcher Logan Fawcett leading off once again, with Connor Jacks playing at third base behind him. Kyle Richardson, the right fielder, bats third. Aiden Peak will clean up for the black and gold, with Peyton Dickey in the 5 slot. Asher Nobles is pitching today and will serve in the 6 hole. Henry Evers behind him at left field, with Thomas Zingson, the DH, batting 8th. Rounding out the order for the Indians is Bobo Browning at center field. They're going to have to deal with Quentin Robinson on the mound for Pike Road.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Quentin Robinson getting the start on the bump here tonight. Catching for him, it'll be number 17, Diego Pacheco. At first base, it's Gunnar Gibbs. Coleman Stabler at second. And at third base, it's Bryson Suhaki. And the shortstop rounding out the infield, it's Herb Reyes. Out in left field, it'll be Micah Andrews. Will Ballard out there in center field. And Chandler Boyd bringing home their fielding lineup out there in right field.
Again, the Pike Road Patriots enter with a 10-2 record. They are led by head coach Caleb Brooks, while our Indians are led by Coach Russ Brooks. No relation there, but 2 coaches that have high standards and high expectations. Pike Road has been pretty good over the 3 years that Brooks has been their head ball coach. Over the last 5 games as well, they have been mighty efficient. They had a game yesterday as well, played against Montgomery Academy, won that ball game 16-6, and that has built up what has been an impressive few games, but also an impressive homestand. You don't see a team play at home quite as long as this team has. Pike Road is entering its 11th game of this homestand, the final of the 11-game home stretch, before they finally go back on the road again in a couple of days. But they've been able to take advantage of the home field advantage, and trying to do so again here today against Wetumpka. And it's going to be tough for the Indians to get through this. But, you talked about being consistent, being able to just put runs on the board. But I think another thing is, you've got to be able to limit the damage on the other end, right? And this Pike Road team can hit pretty well. And so how do you try to kind of limit the damage and make sure that your pitching can be effective here today with, a guy on the mound for the Indians like Asher Nobles?
Well, Nobles has done a great job all season. He started 3 games. One of them was a no decision, but 2-0 in the games he started, with a 2 on the dot ERA. He's got 20 strikeouts to his 8 walks across the season, and he has allowed 8 runs scored, but only 4 of them earned. And you look at that number, and you kind of think back to the errors. That's what allowed PCA to score their first run of the game, was the errors. And you lost to Homewood back in the Troy tournament, out hitting them 8-1, but 3 errors allowed a lot of runs to score. So I think that's going to be a huge part of it. We know Nobles can be efficient on the mound, but this defense has got to step up and limit those errors.
That's a good point you mentioned about the errors, because, they stacked up in the PCA game as well, and so that's been a big factor in this, as we are just a couple moments away from first pitch. Pike Road is wearing their all-white jerseys here today with blue numbers and the script blue Patriots on the front of the jerseys. The Indians in their black and gold jerseys with Indians on the front and the white pants with the gold stripe going down it. As we are moments away, we should have the national anthem coming up here in just a couple of moments, and then we will be able to get to our first pitch in just a moment. There we go. All right. We're not going to do the national anthem yet because we've got a first pitch.
Don't see this
honorary first pitch. Yeah, you don't have that every day for high school ball. I know we haven't really had a lot of that in the home games this year at least. But, a 6th grader gets to come out for Pike Road and throw the first pitch, and pretty good one, too. I think that was in the zone.
Yeah, kind of breaking ball it looks like, but it caught that outside edge of the plate. Good way. A lot of pressure stepping up, and hopefully Indians do the same here tonight.
Yeah, they'll have to try it and mimic the 6th grader there on that nice pitch. We'll take a quick break and then get ready for first pitch here. Wetumpka and Pike Road when we return on the Wetumpka Sports Network from Collier Ford.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. With same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at RussellDoItCenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at RussellDoItCenter.com. RussellDoItCenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
Hi, I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty. Every move is different, and so is every client. That's why I take the time to listen, understand, and guide you through the process with care. Whether you're buying or selling in the River region, I'm here to make it simple. Let's do this together. I'm Beverly Wright with RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty.
Come to Collier.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. For more than 70 years, Collier Ford has been proudly serving the River region since 1952, helping families and businesses hit the road with confidence. When you think trucks, think Collier Ford, home of the legendary Ford F-150, built tough to handle any job. If adventure is calling, Collier Ford has the bold and capable Ford Bronco, ready to take you off the beaten path. Want that same spirit in a smaller package? The Bronco Sport is waiting for you at Collier Ford. From great ideas to family service, Collier Ford makes buying your next vehicle easy, fun, and stress-free. So whether you're hauling, exploring, or just cruising through town, make your next stop Collier Ford. Test drive your next Ford today, and remember, come on to Collier. Collier Ford in Wetumpka.
Come to Collier.
We are ready for first pitch now in just a couple of moments here. We had our national anthem during the break, and now we are set to get underway as Wetumpka looks to get back on track after the early loss from Monday. The Indians had that loss, and that actually ended a 3-game winning streak, but also a 3-game run rule winning streak. And so, not sure I'm expecting a run rule game today. This, we're hoping, is going to be a pretty good battle between two very good 6A teams. Indians coming in with that 7-2 record in the 6A Area 2, while Pike Road is 6A Area 3. So, very familiar with each other, though. I mean, we see these two teams play in football just about every year.
Yeah, and they played in basketball to start off the season as well, and I'd be interested to see if maybe these two teams get put in the same region with the upcoming reclassification for 2026 to 2028.
Yes.
Definitely could be something to watch.
It's a good point. We don't have baseball reclassification just yet. We know that Wetumpka as a school will be dropping to the 5A level, or I say dropping. We won't have a 7A level, so that's the reason behind that. But I believe Pike Road is also going to be on that 5A category going into next season.
Yeah, they will be. It's actually pretty interesting. There's not much change in the Indians football region, really just adding one other team in Benjamin Russell. And so I guess they are 5A now, so I guess technically going up a class or staying where they are. It's all really confusing, but football remains mostly unchanged.
Yeah, and a reminder about Wetumpka football, they have a spring game coming up here in the near future. They'll be playing over at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy. The Indians taking on the Dothan Wolves. That game on May 15th at the Vet. Hoping to paint the Trojans Stadium black and gold. First pitch of the ball game to Logan Fawcett is in as a fastball for a strike.
And Fawcett leading off again. Second time he's done that so far this season, but generally not where you're used to seeing him in this order.
Pitch there a little bit high, 1-1. Yeah, Fawcett led off in the PCA game. He was 0 for 2, had a sac fly in the process. Pitch a swing and a miss now. So kind of a recent development to put him at the top of the order here for Wetumpka. The 1-2. Check swing there. It was outside. They say safe there.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Got about halfway to breaking the plane of the play, but I thought he held up in plenty of time.
2-2 count. Pitch, swing and a miss. Fawcett goes down swinging. And an early strikeout here for Quentin Robinson. Brings up Connor Jacks. Just to give you a lineup reminder, it's Fawcett who just was struck out. Connor Jacks, Kyle Richardson, and then cleaning up will be Aiden Peak, then Peyton Dickey, Asher Nobles, Henry Evers, Thomas Zingson, and Bobo Browning. That pitch there is a strike, 0-1. It's Robinson in the field. Pitch this time chopped towards short and missed by the shortstop there. Herb Reyes could not grab it, and it allows Connor Jacks to get on base.
Yeah, I'll give him the hit there, too. Don't think that was an error. It was a hard charger, and it kind of just skipped right over the top of his glove. It was pretty solid contact there, just straight downwards from Jax, but on base early for the Indians.
Yeah, they're going to count that as a hit. So Jax able to get on first. Kyle Richardson now up to bat. Jax had a base hit in the game on Monday as well, had a single in that one. He stole a base as well, so be on the lookout for that. The first pitch a moment ago was a ball. It's 1-0. Richardson awaits as Robinson looks to first. Now he will fire the pitch in for a strike. Breaking ball there.
Had some good movement on that one.
1-1 count for Richardson. Pitch downstairs.
Jack's not taking a big lead over there at first base. Playing it rather safe. Doesn't look like he's looking to steal a bag.
Kyle Richardson batting .458 on the season. Leads the team in on-base percentage as well at .606. This pitch in for a called strike, 2-2.
Eerily similar to the ceremonial first pitch there. Caught that outside edge.
Looking for strikeout number 2. The pitch well outside there, and the count goes full with a runner at first in this scoreless ball game in the top of the first. Robinson shakes off a couple pitch calls. Now he's ready. And here it comes. Payoff is driven to left field. Both fielders racing over for it. It's Micah Andrews in left who is able to grab it. No, he lost it. Indians are going to get a man on here. How about that? Micah Andrews seemed to have had it and apparently lost it. And so that allows both Indians to get on, I believe.
Yeah, he was into third there sliding, and he was holding up at first base. He thought he had it too, and then he saw Richardson start charging right behind him, and he had to hustle to get over there. And I wonder if the gusty wind messed with him in his head that time. I mean, it's blowing straight out from right center field towards home plate, so it's a tricky play to make if you're a left fielder coming over that direction.
Well, I'll tell you, that was, I mean, it looked bizarre because it seemed very routine for him to be able to grab it, and I think you're right that the wind had a factor there. We are dealing with about 13-mile-an-hour winds, up to 23-mile-an-hour gusts on this 60-degree afternoon. It's so wild. It was 85 degrees at this time yesterday, by the way. Now the first pitch to Aiden Peak is a strike, 0-1. They did not count that as an error, I believe. Pitch to Peak. Swung and fouled back into the football stadium, which is directly behind home plate. Beg your pardon, they actually have counted both of those as errors. Pitch now fouled again.
Peak doing a good job staying alive behind in the count 0-2, but he steps out there for a second. He's going to have a quick conversation with Brooks.
So just to correct everything here, Connor Jax made it to first off of an error called against the shortstop Reyes on the chopper in his direction. And then the fly ball to left field is also called for an error against Micah Andrews. So the Indians with runners on second and third here as this pitch is fouled off again. Both runs would be unearned.
And when you've got the wind gusting like this, it's really tough out there, especially in the outfield.
0-2 for Peak. This time swung at and lined to the third baseman there. Throw to first is in time.
And that was a real good job by Suhaki over there at third base. He just stood there and looked back Jax for a good moment there and still had plenty of time to make the throw over at first. Good job to hold up the runner.
So runners stay at second and third with 2 outs now. It's Peyton Dickey who's up. First pitch to Dickey, a swing and miss.
And good spot to have Peyton Dickey coming up to the plate. Leads the team with a .522 average.
Now for the 0-1. Dickey pops one behind home plate. Catcher racing for it up against the fence, and he couldn't catch it. Or pardon, the netting, but he drops it in foul territory, and so everybody has to return to their positions. Connor Jacks had raced home, but he'll go back to third. We reset with the 0-2 count. 2 outs, runner at second and third. Still scoreless here in the top of the first. Pitch is called for a strike. Peyton Dickey goes down, and Wetumpka strands runners on second and third. Midway through the first inning, Indians get 2 on off of errors, but can't bring them around. We're still scoreless. We head to the bottom of the first on the Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
And welcome back here, bottom of the first, set to get underway momentarily. Out there in the field for the Indians, Asher Nobles getting his 4th start of the season on the bump. Catching for him is Logan Fawcett. Cohen Bell over there playing first base. Peyton Dickey at second base. Connor Jacks at third, and Aiden Peak starting his 2nd consecutive game at shortstop. Out in left field, it's Henry Evers. Bobo Browning is out in center field, and Kyle Richardson, who got a chance at the plate and got on from an error in the top of the first, is out in right field.
Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it will be the pitcher, Quentin Robinson, who just wrapped up 2 strikeouts, who will lead off. Herb Reyes behind him, who's playing shortstop, with Diego Pacheco batting third. Gunnar Gibbs will clean up as a sophomore, and Coleman Stabler, the senior, bats behind him. Micah Andrews, then Bryson Suhaki, with Chandler Boyd batting 8th, and Will Ballard rounding out the order. A lot of young guys in this Pike Road lineup as well. Those last 3 guys that I mentioned in the order, all sophomores, along with Diego Pacheco, who's batting third. So a lot of youth within this Patriots team. Still scoreless in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Quentin Robinson is swung on but fouled to right field.
Squared that one up. First pitch swinging, first pitch the Patriots have seen all day. Good contact made on it, just not the result they're looking for.
Asher Nobles with a 2-0 record this season, as Mitch mentioned, on the mound. The 0-1 count. Pitch in for a strike there. 0-2. A 2.0 ERA, which is second best on the team behind, what, .86 is our best mark. This pitch goes outside.
Yeah, and Miller Lombardi, he comes in as a relief pitcher, but Noble's best starter ERA for sure on the team. And Lombardi would generally likely be the guy to come in and relief today. It's unfortunate that he is out today.
1-2 count. That one is in the zone. Robinson is struck out looking. Nobles gives Robinson a taste of his own medicine there and records the first out. Herb Reyes will come up now with nobody on, scoreless in the bottom of the first. Reyes, the senior shortstop, who had that error go against him in the top of this inning. Pitch is outside. 1-0. Swung on to left. It will drop in the outfield there. A base hit for Herb Reyes now. First person to get on off of a base hit. We saw a couple get on for Wetumpka off errors, but Reyes does it the hard way.
Well, and I thought there might be a chance that he turned for 2 on that one. It was a good line drive, but as soon as it hit that outfield grass, it slowed up a lot. Evers had to really hustle up to go get it, and I thought that Reyes might take off for second base.
It's Diego Pacheco now, the catcher, who is batting third. First pitch is a strike. With a man at first in Herb Reyes after the single. Started off the frame with a strikeout, so 1 out recorded. The 0-1 count now. Ground ball to short, scooped up. There's one at second. Now the throw to first. Got the double play there. Peak to Dickey to Bell for the 6-4-3 double play. It ends the first inning, and the Indians holding off the Patriots after 1 hit. No one left on, no runs scored, no errors. We're scoreless after 1 on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for, delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
Hi, I'm Chad Barrett. Growing up here in Central Alabama, I've always believed in doing the things the right way with honesty and hard work. That's exactly how I approach real estate. From your first showing to the closing table, I'll be by your side. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone.
Back now for the top of the second inning. Indians and Patriots are knotted up still. No score in this ball game so far. And we know for Wetumpka that it has tended to all kind of unfold in 1 inning. That's been the big thing for the Indians so far. So, it's kind of interesting with Wetumpka because you know that the game can really change in 1 inning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another thing that goes with that in this Indians team is a lot of times you start seeing a lot of hits and a lot of runs scored second time through the order, and that's pretty typical for baseball. But Indians have not scored a lot of runs their first time through the order, and I think that was a pretty good top of the first inning for the Indians. Granted, you did have the 2 strikeouts, but you had a couple of guys really square up and make contact.
Well, they made it a good way through the order in that first inning for sure. We're already up to our 6th batter. It's Asher Nobles who will lead off now, as he has been serving as the pitcher for the Indians. First pitch to Nobles is driven deep to left field. Trailing after it is the left fielder. He dropped it again. Micah Andrews couldn't hold it, and that's going to allow Nobles to get to second.
And, I don't want to say that was the exact same, but it felt really similar to what we saw in Kyle Richardson's at-bat. It wasn't a true fly ball, but, it was coming out with a little bit low, but it still had plenty of time for the wind to affect it, and it was drifting off towards his left side, towards the foul line, and just not able to settle under it. This time it did pop into his glove and fell right on out.
Yeah, again, like you said, he kind of overran it, but he adjusted a lot better than he did on the last one. And it just popped straight out of the glove, like you said, which is honestly stunning. 3 errors in just the first 2 innings. They tried to pick off second here after the pitch came in for a strike. They misfired the throw, but nobody will advance. It's a pinch runner for the Indians in Andre Hatcher, who stands at second, replacing Asher Nobles.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of speed, does Hatcher. Got a couple of stolen bases on the season, and he's not afraid to run. I'm honestly surprised after that failed pickoff attempt he didn't turn around and try to scurry over to third.
0-1 count now for Henry Evers, showing bunt, backs off on a wild pitch. Hatcher takes off for third. He'll slide in and be picked off. It was a really good play from the catcher, Diego Pacheco. It bounced off the backstop and quickly came back into his glove, which gave him the time to make that throw.
Yeah, it did, and he didn't even slow it down. Pacheco, it kicked right off the backstop here as the first pitch, that one fouled straight down the foul line.
Yeah, it was a pitch to Evers that was fouled. It's a 1-2 count. Bases are cleared now. It's 1 out, no one on, 1-2 count. And still scoreless on what was another big chance for Wetumpka to be able to bring someone home. They've had 3 runners who have gotten on and all been in scoring position because of those errors, and it's been a moot point so far. This pitch is in the zone for a strikeout. Evers is caught looking.
And 3 strikeouts on the night for Robinson already. He's gotten off to a pretty efficient start and still hasn't allowed a hit. Just all the base runners coming from errors like we've talked about.
3 strikeouts, 2 of them looking, is now Thomas Zingson. The DH comes up and takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 count. Zingson rips one foul. Zingson will step out for a moment. Now he steps in. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one is bounced in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-2, fouled back again. Zingson did not get the start earlier this week. He did come in as a pinch hitter at one point for the Indians, though did not go his way in that later inning. A 1-2 count. In the dirt again. And the count evens back up at 2 each.
And Zingson's done a great job of battling throughout this at-bat. Started off 0-2, fouled off a couple, taking a couple for balls.
Deuce is wild here. Pitch is outside. Count goes full again. Zingson battling through this at-bat. He's fouled off a few already. Payoff pitch. Hits him in the head there. Oh, that was a thump.
Yeah, it was, and good job by Zingson. He did turn his head around. It hit him in the back of the head, but even with a helmet, that really doesn't provide you all that much protection. That one's going to ring your bell a little bit.
Thankfully, he seems to be okay. He was a little shaken for a second, but jogs over to first, and they're at least going to look at him for a moment. While they look at him, though, it's remarkable. I mean, we've now seen 4 different players for Wetumpka being able to get on base here, and none of them have recorded a hit. We've had 3 errors and a hit batter so far.
Yeah, and the Indians have done a pretty good job of driving these at-bats. You had the strikeout early from Fawcett, but there's been a lot of 2-2 counts, 3-2 counts, a couple of 1-2 counts, a lot of foul balls too. So Indians starting to get comfortable inside the batter's box, it feels like, and I think we might get a pinch runner here for Zingson.
Yeah, I think they're going to just go take a look at him and have the trainer come talk with him just as a precaution. I mean, anytime you get hit in the head, you want to be certain that everything is all good. We'll see who Wetumpka is going to bring out here for a pinch runner. It'll be Bobo Browning, who is up to bat right now for the Indians. Again, with 2 outs. It'll be a runner at first, though we don't know who that runner is just yet unless they allow Zingson to go right back to the bag. Coach Russ Brooks will walk over and talk with his team and maybe send someone else out there while the Patriots meet on the mound.
Well, and from over here, it looks like Zingson still got his helmet on. I think he wants to stay in the game, which you can't blame him. If you're a true competitor, you don't want to leave unless you absolutely have to. But interested to see how this plays out.
Again, Wetumpka having 4 batters get on now, all without a hit. 3 of them have been in scoring position. None of them have scored. That's been the frustrating part, is Pike Road is handing Wetumpka opportunities here, and so far the Indians have not been able to take advantage, and still at risk, by the way, of not being able to take advantage of the hit by pitch either, as there's already 2 outs.
Yeah, but Bobo Browning coming up to the plate, he's had a pretty good season so far. He's got 1 of the 4 home runs on this Indians team so far this season, and comes in with, I believe, a .318 average and a .464 OBP, so he's having a pretty good season so far. He has a couple of extra base hits, including a home run, like I mentioned, a couple of doubles to his name as well. So he can definitely hit somebody home, but with 2 outs here, you got to be real selective about the pitches you're swinging on.
Giving a couple pitches to Quentin Robinson to let him stay warm here, but I believe Zingson will come out, and it'll still be him standing at first, so thankfully he seems to be all right as he gets an applause from the black and gold fans who made the trip here to Pike Road. At the bottom of the order now, it's Bobo Browning. Browning playing center field here today. No score, 2 outs, runner at first. First pitch to Browning, skied towards first. Trailing in is Gibbs, who gets under it and makes the grab. Indians get another man on off of a hit by pitch and an error. Neither are able to score, though, as we still have goose eggs midway through the second on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Gear up for a flavor victory at Wharf Casual Seafood. Whether you're craving seafood classics like shrimp or crab claws, or wanting to tackle a juicy burger or crisp salad, we've got your winning play. Dine in with us or grab a meal to go and find out why every bite is a win at Wharf Casual Seafood. Check out our menu at wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
When your job depends on quality building materials, depend on Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. From framing lumber and roofing to concrete, drywall, and fasteners, we've got the materials to build it right and build it strong. Whether you're a contractor or a do-it-yourselfer, if you're building, you belong here with dependable products and local service you can trust. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your go-to source for building materials.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
The second inning is brought to you by State Farm agent Jackson Hagan. As we enter the bottom of the second here, we are still scoreless between the Indians and the Patriots. Pike Road went 1-2-3 in the first inning after a base hit from Herb Reyes and then the double play given up by Pacheco, which leads Gunnar Gibbs as the first batter here. First pitch, a ground ball to second. Dickey makes the throw to Bell for the first out quickly.
And that feels like it's been the story so far. When Pike Road is at the plate, you had a lot of first pitch swinging, got a 4-pitch strikeout from Nobles to start it off, and he's been pretty efficient here on the mound so far.
A quick out from Gibbs brings up Coleman Stabler. It'll be Micah Andrews set to bat behind him. Stabler, the senior. Awaiting the pitch here from Nobles. Here it comes. He'll take for a strike.
Getting a lot of called strikes on that outside part of the plate. Something to watch from the umpire as this one goes on.
0-1 count. Couldn't find the zone there. 1-1. Nobles already with 1 strikeout that came in that first inning. He's now at 21 on the season, leading the team. The 1-1. Swung on, ground ball to short, slow roller, scooped up, throw is in time. No, he couldn't grab it. Cohen Bell didn't have a hold of it there, and it allows the man to get on in Coleman Stabler.
And that's maybe a little bit more of a hurried play from Aiden Peak than you necessarily need to make. It was a pretty quick ground ball to him, but throw just bounced in the dirt, and like you mentioned, Bell not able to hold on to it.
They'll count that as a base hit, I believe. They should. Anyway, as you said, he was kind of rushed to get the throw there. They'll try a pickoff attempt here. Won't get him, though, as Stabler remains at first with 1 out. Micah Andrews now for the Patriots. Will have to wait a little longer. Another pickoff attempt. Couldn't get him there either. Pardon, they gave another error. This one will go against Cohen Bell. Pitch is a bunt attempt, but fouled. So the Indians now with their first error of the afternoon. We've had 4 total in just 2 innings. Andrews with the 0-1. Bunt attempt again, fouled.
I think Fawcett actually caught it, and they doubled him up.
I'm not sure that's... They may be ruling that it was fair, but there's no way. I don't think he caught it. All right, they're saying fair, and so the throw did count, so that's 1 out, but a runner does advance to second. Again, it's hard to tell sometimes. They drop it right at his feet, and so that's how they made that throw. I mean, it was about as good of a bunt as you can ask for, but it gives enough time for the catcher to pick it up. Bunt advances the man to second. 2 outs now. Pitch there is low to Bryson Suhaki. 1-0 count. Nobles looks back at second with a nice leadoff there. Now the pitch is swung on, driven to right field, but able to get to it is Kyle Richardson for the out. Patriots able to get a man on off of the error, but can't do any further damage than that. We are still scoreless after the first 2 innings on the Collier Forward Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
When a sports injury has you sidelined, Baptist Ortho Now offers comprehensive orthopedic care with no appointment from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with board-certified specialists treating injuries and expert physical therapists administering everything from sports medicine to everyday recovery treatment. Baptist Ortho Now, getting you off the bench and back in the action. East Chase across from Target.
Our third inning is brought to you by Baptist Health. Whether it's an everyday sprain, strain, fracture, or sports injury that doesn't require a trip to the ER, Baptist Ortho Now offers urgent orthopedic injury care with walk-in convenience 6 days a week. Visit online at baptisthealth.org. We take it to Mitch Petrie now for our coverage of the next couple of innings.
Yeah, Logan Fawcett, top of the order, set due up, and first pitch swinging there, laced it, but just pulled it right down that first base line. So starting off this at-bat the same way he started in the top of the first, an 0-1 count here to Fawcett. Robinson still on the mound, who's been pretty efficient, has not allowed a base hit, as that pitch inside will even the count up at 1-1.
It was in the dirt. We've seen a couple of those already that have been getting away from the catcher, Pacheco.
That one just a tad outside there. Looked like it could have gone either way, but Blue will give the nod to the black and gold. 2-1. Pitch from Robinson is inside, and a true hitter's count here, 3-1 coming up for Logan Fawcett.
Again, it was so low and inside there that Pacheco couldn't reach for it. We've seen 3 wild pitches essentially now.
The 3-1 to Fawcett is swung on and popped straight up. A couple of guys hustling for it, Pacheco and Suhaki over there at third base. And, oh, my, they're going to say that was foul?
I don't think so. This looked to me like it should have been fair, but no, they're going to bring Fawcett back. He came in, and he's standing right at the foul line, and I thought he was standing in fair territory when he dropped it. He certainly had the ball fall fair after he had dropped it, but I suppose if you've got a foot over the line there, then you're still going to call it for a foul. It's a full count instead.
Yeah, it looked like he caught it right at the corner there, but the foot payoff pitch to Fawcett, oh, man, they got him looking. He thought it was a ball, and honestly, I tend to agree with him. That's going to unsettle some of this Indians crowd. And Fawcett goes down for strikes on the second time.
Yeah, so he almost got on off of what would have been a fourth error, and instead he gets struck out for the second time today.
Jack's up at the plate now, and first pitch to him, he tried to pull back in time but was not able to. Pitch was well inside there, but I'm just going to say he went around there, 0-1 count. Jax drives that one. Hopefully it'll find some outfield grass. It will not. Ballard in center field hustles over and makes the catch in right center field in a quick 2 outs here for the Indians in the top of this third inning.
Yeah, tough break. Had some good contact there as it trailed over, and that's one of those things where you kind of hope the wind will do you some favors here, and none to speak of that time.
That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Kyle Richardson. Right fielder reached to second base on the air out in left field as he takes ball 1 upstairs. Robinson 4 strikeouts on the day so far, and struggling to find the zone though in this at-bat, 2-0. The 2-0 to Richardson is on the outside edge of the plate. Umpire will give the nod to Robinson there, strike. Outside on the 2-1 pitch, and another hitter's count 3-1, and hopefully Richardson can take advantage of it.
Well, it's happened a couple of times now where we've seen a hitter's count.
And foul tip straight into the catcher's glove that time, and 3-2 full count now. Good pitch there from Robinson to work his way back. Fully loaded here, and the payoff pitch. They got him looking right over the heart of the plate, and Richardson goes down on strikes in a 5th strikeout of the game for Robinson, and 2 looking in this inning. We'll be back in just a couple of moments, bottom of the third, to do up. You're listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Now is the perfect time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Are you tired of slow internet? With Central Access, you get the speeds you pay for delivered directly to your door, so you won't get bogged down when your neighbors are online too. Stream, game, work, and video chat. No contracts, no data caps, no price hikes, nothing but an exceptional all-night experience. Check availability today at caecaccess.com. Central Access, your local link to broadband.
Beverly Wright, Kathy Thornton, and Chad Barrett are your hometown real estate experts with RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. When it's time for your next move, choose the best. RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, the official real estate partner of the Wetumpka Sports Network. Chandler Boyd, the right fielder, due up to start things off for the Pike Road Patriots, followed by Will Ballard, and then top of the order back up in Quentin Robinson. Ashmore, one strikeout here, but only giving up one hit, and the couple of batters he's faced, the 7 so far. First pitch from him on that outside edge of the plate. He's been able to find that a good bit there, called strike 1. And right over the heart of the plate is the 0-1 pitch, and a quick 0-2 count here for Asher Nobles. Nobles fires home and swung on, but right into the glove of Cohen Bell. A line out to first base there, and good hustle from Bell to get over and get there in time. Was close to hitting the dirt, but a quick out here for the Indians to start off the bottom of this third inning.
Yeah, those are those ones that kind of test your reaction time a little bit, and a good job from Bell to be able to be ready for it there. He's been trying to kind of make up after the error that he had earlier. Did a really nice job there.
As center fielder Will Ballard up at the plate now. First at bat in the game for him so far, showing bunt, but he pulls back and outside that time. It's a lefty on lefty battle this time. Not many lefties on this Pike Road Patriots team. The 1-0 showing bunt again, and did not pull it back that time. Will be called a strike, but it was off the glove of Fawcett there, not able to stick with it. And you've seen Pike Road flash the bunt a couple of times here, and Will Ballard trying to get a bunt single here. See if he flashes it again. He does. Pulls back in time. It was upstairs, 2-1.
Bunt singles are pretty tough to come by here. It's interesting that that's kind of the lead approach that they're coming with here with nobody on base. You know, you're almost putting yourself at a disadvantage unless you just really just don't have the power to hit it otherwise.
Well, and one out already, too, and drops that one down perfectly. Nobles comes around, spins, and throws to Bell in time. And so Ballard not able to beat it out for the bunt single that time, and so 2 outs now as the top of the order do back up. Quentin Robinson, the pitcher, who's been effective on the other side of this battle and struck out looking in his first time up.
Well, what we just saw a second ago is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, that's the situation you're putting yourself in when you're trying to bunt with no one on. There's almost no upside to it.
First pitch swinging there, fouled straight over the first base line, and with 2 outs, an 0-1 count here to Robinson. And interesting you go for the bunt single, too, because Fawcett's got a cannon on him, and I definitely like his odds of being able to throw out just about anybody if he's able to get to it. Nobles comes home with it and swing and fouled straight back there, 0-2 count. The 0-2 from Nobles, just a little bit high. But on an 0-2 count there, no need to throw it super close to the heart of the plate to see if you can get him chasing something. A deep breath from Nobles, and he fires it across the plate on the outside edge. Won't get the call that time, 2-2.
He's had a couple times now where he's been ahead on the count. You know, we saw it as an 0-2 earlier, and now he's quickly had it go even. That's happened a good bit so far for Nobles.
The 2-2 from Nobles is swung on and flown it into right field. Richardson looking to settle under it, and he will. No problem there. So 3 up, 3 down for the Pike Road Patriots, and everybody going out in the field. We'll be back top of the 4th inning coming your way in just a couple of moments on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trusted a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
Stay connected with Central Access. Get blazing fast internet starting at 300 megabits per second for just $59.99 a month. Reliable, affordable, and delivered straight to your door. Central Access has you covered. Central Access, your local link to broadband. Quentin Robinson still on the mound here for the Pike Road Patriots as Aiden Peak, Peyton Dickey, and Asher Nobles, the three, do up here for the Indians. And still searching for their first hit of the ballgame. Had a couple of base runners, three coming by way of an error, one hit batter in Thomas Zingson, but Robinson's been dealing out there. 5 strikeouts for him already.
Yeah, it's been a pretty much a struggle for both teams to be able to record a hit. We've seen plenty of guys get on so far because of the 3 errors for Pike Road and the 1 for Wetumpka. Outside of that, though, between the two, we've only had 1 total base hit. It came from Pike Road in the first.
An old-fashioned pitcher's duel we've got going on as the first pitch here to Aiden Peak is swung on and driven deep to left field, hustling back and over the wall. Second home run of the season for Aiden Peak, and, well, you can't announce or jinx it any more than that. A base hit home run for the Indians. They get their first run and their first hit all at once.
Peak just drilled what I would call a no-doubter there, and he'll celebrate with the guys as he blasted it. He knew immediately, too. The bat flip was almost instant. Gives the Indians the 1-0 lead.
Well, in that game against Dallas, he had another, I would say, no-doubter and had a nice bat toss that time. And definitely not afraid of showing the celebration as Aiden Peak. First pitch for called strike in there to Peyton Dickey, and a hard way to follow that one up.
Well, this becomes a really important moment for Quentin Robinson here as well. He's been really effective so far. How does he recover from the home run?
Yeah, first hit of the game as well. Outside at that time, evens the count up at 1-1 to Peyton Dickey. And 2-1. Apologies there. Dickey's swinging and miss that time, but Dickey's another guy who's had a great start to the season. Aiden Peak has been doing solid as well, but Dickey leads the team with a .522 average and leads the team with RBIs as well. As that one outside for ball 3 will load up the count.
Well, he was one of 3 guys that was missing from the lineup on Monday, so good to have him back for sure.
Absolutely. The payoff pitch is laced into center field. Will it find some outfield grass? It will. No problem there. Back-to-back base hits for the Indians, and still with nobody out, Asher Noble's going to come up to the plate here with somebody on base.
And again, this is where you start to run into problems if you're Quentin Robinson and where Pike Road has to start talking things over a little bit, because you give up a home run like that, that's going to have them kind of questioning, where should we go from here? And then the base hit really starts to hit that confidence a little bit, because Robinson, you start to change your mindset a little bit of, okay, what am I doing wrong here? And when you start changing how you're pitching, that becomes a big issue for you.
Yeah, and Pacheco's going to head out there and had a quick conversation with him, and after dealing through the first 3 innings and with 5 strikeouts, back-to-back base hits for the Indians, they look to crack it wide open. Asher Nobles, a pitcher at the plate now, and taking off for second base, but having to come back after the foul ball there was Peyton Dickey. He's got some speed on him. He leads the team, or second on the team in stolen base. He's got 4 on the season so far. And Nobles reached on an error, one of the couple of guys who's done so back in the top of the second, and try to rectify that with a base hit here. Pickoff attempt, not in time. Dickey got back there easily, probably beat the throw by a good half a step.
And you mentioned the stolen bases, so they know about that. They're trying to make sure that he is kept honest a good bit at the first base.
Showing bunt is Asher Nobles. He lays it down. A great one there. They're going to try to get Dickey at second base, and they do get him at second base, but the throw not in time, so the Indians still got a man on first, but now the one out in the inning. Fielder's choice there for Asher Nobles, and left fielder Henry Evers is going to come up to the plate now. He struck out looking back in the top of the second, but with Nobles at first base, and Nobles has a pinch runner as well. Andre Hatcher came on for him. Same thing that happened in the top of the second, and Hatcher's got some wheels on him. First pitch swinging from Evers. He pops it up, and a couple of guys making chase for it, but Reyes, the shortstop, will settle under it and make the catch there. 2 down now.
We had the quick out there, but I kind of want to go back for a moment to the heads-up play from Robinson on the mound, because he turned around and made that throw to second on the fielder's choice, and that is really smart decision-making on his part to know he had the time to be able to make that throw.
A good spin move there from him as well, as Zingzen cuts on the first pitch there. He was hitting in the head last time up, and hopefully that doesn't stick with you, but it definitely can. Anytime you get hit by a pitch, it definitely messes with your timing a little bit, and especially one in the head. Second pitch swinging, though, and not afraid of it. Zingzen fouls it off, and that one's going to go well out of play there down the third base line. But an 0-2 count to Zingzen, who started off his last at-bat that same way, battled back to make it full, and then eventually was hit on the payoff pitch. But Zingzen showed a lot of fight in that first time up at the plate, and hoping he can do so here.
And that's something they like about him, is his ability to fight through these at-bats.
And just a freshman, a lot of poise for him. The 0-2 is fouled straight back again. This one well into the football stadium. Didn't hear the metal bleachers that time, though. Maybe came down on the concourse. So we'll try the 0-2 again here in just a moment. First, Zingzen's going to trot down the third base line and have a quick conversation with Coach Brooks. Zingzen only had a couple of at-bats so far this season. He's now getting his 4th at-bat. He's walked twice, but still searching for that first base hit, and this would be a great time for him to do it. 2 down here in the top of the 4th inning, and a man on base in Andre Hatcher. The 0-2 to Zingzen again inside that time. Not afraid of it. Good take there, stone cold. 1-2 count now. Robinson delivers and fouled straight back again. Zingzen continues to stay alive, and I think the umpire might be out of balls. Looks like he's heading over to the Pike Road dugout to ask for a couple more. He'll get a nice delivery there, fill up those pockets. Sixth pitch of the at-bat due up, just a 1-2 count here for Zingzen. And takes on the outside edge of the plate there. That's one of those calls that's kind of gone either way throughout the course of this game, but good eye there. Two cut on and missed. Down on strikes for Thomas Zingzen, and that will get them out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Quentin Robinson, but Indians 2 hits and a home run pick up the first run of the game. They lead it 1-0. We'll be back for just a moment here, bottom of the 4th inning, coming your way.
In Wetumpka, we take pride in our hometown. And so does Brent Turner, owner of Precision Floor Care. A Wetumpka graduate and now a local small business owner, Brent built Precision Floor Care on a commitment to serve his community. From tile and grout work to stone, pavers, and concrete, Precision Floor Care delivers precise, hard surface flooring solutions that protect the places that matter most. Precision Floor Care. Precise, hard surface flooring solutions. Learn more at callpfc.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Barrett with RE/MAX Cornerstone. I love helping families in Central Alabama find their place to call home. Whether you're buying in Prattville, selling in Wetumpka, or moving anywhere across the river region, I'll make the process smooth and successful. Call me, Chad Barrett at RE/MAX Cornerstone. Let's find your perfect home together.
And welcome back here. Indians lead it 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Fourth inning is brought to you by Collier Ford. From tough F-150s to family-friendly SUVs, Collier Ford makes buying easy with great selection and hometown service. No pressure, just honest deals and friendly faces. Stop by Collier Ford on U.S. Highway 231 in Wetumpka or shop online. Come to Collier Ford today and drive home your new Ford for less. Due up to start this inning for the Pike Road Patriots. It's Herb Reyes, the shortstop. He hit the only base hit of the game for the Pike Road Patriots, a single back in the top of the first inning, but then was promptly doubled up to end it. Asher Noble still on the bump here for the Indians. And first pitch of this inning is swung on and dribbled right to third base. Connor Jacks picks up the chopper and fires in time to Cohen Bell at first base. A quick one pitch, one out for the Indians to start off the bottom of this fourth inning.
That's a long throw to make there on the 5-3 play, and so Bell being able to reach forward as well is a good showing of his ability at first base, especially when you think about that error from earlier on a similar kind of situation.
Yeah, and Bell, a good utility guy for this Indians team, has kind of been in the outfield a little bit, made a couple of different stops along the infield, played third base at one point as well. Asher Noble's usually at first base when he's not on the mound here. First pitch, a breaking ball, not in there. Just a bit outside as Diego Pacheco steps up into the batter's box, the catcher for the Patriots. It hit into the double play to end the bottom of the first inning. Second pitch is grounded right to Aiden Peak, snares it, and fires to Bell in time. Bell kind of flinched there for a second, but stepped back on the bag there, and a 6-3 ground out. 2 ground outs for Asher Nobles to start off the bottom of this fourth inning. It's been a quick one so far.
I'll tell you, Aiden Peak had some heat on that. I don't blame Cohen Bell for flinching a little bit because he fired that one off.
He absolutely did. And now in the batter's box, Hunter Gibbs, one of the 2 lefties on this Patriots team. First pitch, strike for Asher Nobles, lefty on lefty action here. The 0-1 from Nobles. In there, strike 2. Fastball with some heat on it.
And again, Nobles ahead on the count here, 0-2.
Good job from Gibbs. Fouls it straight back into the backstop on the 0-2 pitch, so we will try it yet again. Not going to let Asher Nobles get out of the inning just that fast.
He's painted the corners really well and been able to get to the 0-2 early on, but then multiple times we've seen batters battle back against Nobles.
I'll see how he handles it this time. Swing and a miss in the dirt, though. Fawcett's going to fire over to Bell at first, and no problem there. Did not even come close to throwing that as hard as we know Fawcett can, but Indians 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of this fourth inning. They still lead it 1-0, due up at the plate here in just a moment. You're listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
At First Community Bank, it's more than banking. It's a relationship that lasts, from checkings and savings to loans and mortgages. They're here for every stage of life. Local people, local decisions, and a commitment to community. First Community Bank. Let's do life together. Top of the fifth, set to begin here momentarily, and Gavin Baxley is going to take us the rest of the way home.
Well, a 1-0 ball game, and Mitch, you pulled us through pretty well through those two. Got us a home run out of that, thanks to the handiwork of Aiden Peak. He had the homer along with the single from Peyton Dickey. Those are the only 2 hits of the afternoon so far for the Indians, in what has been, like you mentioned earlier, a pitcher's duel between the two. Right now, Quentin Robinson, despite the 2 hits given up, he's got 5 strikeouts to his name. Asher Nobles finished the fourth inning with a strikeout as well. He has 2. Indians right now leading off with Bobo Browning.
First pitch called for a strike there. Seen that a lot from the Indians. That one just a little bit outside.
1-1 count for Browning. Chopped foul.
Yeah, heads up play by a couple members of the Pike Road Patriots in the dugout there. That one, 2 hops and straight in there. A couple of guys had to get out of the way.
1-2 count now for Browning, who's 0 for 1 today, trying to change that, and he will. Got it through second base on a little blooper hit there, a base hit to start the 5th inning for the Indians.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of a weird one because it looked like Stabler over there at second base was going to be able to get there in time and catch the low line drive, but almost looks like he gave up on it there for a second, and good base hit there from Bobo to start off the inning.
It had been a tough play for him to make for sure. Browning able to get on off of that one. We go back to the top of the order now with Logan Fawcett. He's having a tough day. He's been struck out twice. First pitch downstairs. Wetumpka now with base hits to start each of the last 2 innings, including the homer from Aiden Peak.
And Robinson's still on the mound here. Wonder if Pike Road might get some action in their bullpen.
1-0 is popped up to short. Reyes will drag in and grab it. Fawcett now 0 for 3 today.
Third baseman, number 13, Connor Jacks.
As Connor Jacks comes up, Jacks has already made it on base here today. It was off of an error from the shortstop Reyes. Runner still at first. 1-0 ball game for the Indians in the top of the 5th. He will foul off the first pitch. And Bobo Browning is the first base runner. He is more than ready to try and steal first. He took off at full speed there, but has to come back because of the foul ball. See if we get a pickoff attempt here in a moment as Robinson looks back. Now he'll pitch. This time it's inside and a bit low. 1-1 count for Connor Jacks. Pitch taken for a strike there. Robinson has really been able, I feel like, to get in the zone and catch people looking on a lot of these strikes.
Yeah, 3 of his strikeouts have been getting guys looking. He's definitely shown 4 of them, actually.
1-2 pitch, wave and a miss that time. Jacks took a swing at it, but won't connect. And it's strikeout number 6 from Quentin Robinson.
Indian right fielder, number 20, Kyle Richardson.
Robinson stacking up against this Indians team right now as Kyle Richardson steps up. Another victim of Robinson from earlier who was struck out looking in the 3rd. First pitch there, a wave and a miss. Trying to pick off second base, though. Will not get Bobo Browning, who takes off and steals second.
Another guy in scoring position for the Indians. They have not been able to capitalize that so far on this game. Left 4 guys stranded so far in scoring position, and I think they're going to say that was actually a foul tip, so they're sending Bobo back to first base.
Well, nonetheless, he got back in time. Coach Brooks is upset about this. Coach Russ Brooks, that is, for the Indians, is not happy as Browning raced back to first as if he was being told that he had to, and now he's jogging back to second again as he's having to listen to the command of his head coach.
That was just interesting all across the board. I'm not exactly sure.
There was a miscommunication of some kind there. That he should be at second, and he is now. It's an 0-1 count for Richardson. Pitch is fouled off. I misspoke a moment ago. Quentin Robinson with 7 strikeouts after the one he recorded against Connor Jacks just a moment ago. And as Mitch mentioned also, 4 of those 7 have been looking.
And I feel like most of those have come on that outside edge of the plate. He's been painting the corners like you mentioned.
Runner at second, 0-2 pitch, well inside. Richardson gets out of the way.
And he'll step out of the box to take a second to collect himself. Anytime you have a close call like that, not a bad idea.
Browning still at second, 2 outs, 1-0 ball game for the Indians in the top of the 5th. The 1-2. Popped up, foul again. Richardson battling through this at bat. Robinson looks back at second a couple times. How about a third look? Now he'll pitch. And a swing and miss from Richardson. Back-to-back strikeouts there in the 5th. It's number 8 for Quentin Robinson as the Indians cannot seem to find an answer for him outside of what Aiden Peak did. He'll lead off next time the Indians come up to bat. Still 1-0. Indians lead it over the Patriots midway through 5 on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Looking for power, performance, and adventure? You'll find it all at Collier Ford in Wetumpka. Whether it's the legendary Ford F-150 built to tackle any job, the bold and capable Ford Bronco built for the trails, or the versatile Bronco Sport perfect for every road trip, Collier Ford has the right ride for you. Proudly serving the River region since 1952. We're here to keep you on the road. Come to Collier.
Hi, I'm Kathy Thornton with RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus. Helping families here in the River region is more than a job, it's personal. I take the time to listen, understand what you need, and fight to get you the best deal possible. Whether you're buying or selling in Central Alabama, let's work together to make it happen. I'm Kathy Thornton at RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, here to help you every step of the way.
Wharf Casual Seafood is fresh, fast, and always delicious. Wharf Casual Seafood in Wetumpka has something for everyone, from shrimp and fish to po' boys and salads. Enjoy coastal flavor right here at home. Dine in or take out today. Wharf Casual Seafood, where fresh seafood meets family-friendly dining. The Wetumpka Sports Network is proud to be fed by Wharf Casual Seafood. Asher Nobles remains on the mound as the Indians lead it 1-0 over the Pike Road Patriots. Coleman Stabler will lead off here in the bottom of this inning. Stabler up with Andrews and Suhaki behind him. He'll show bunt. He'll do so. It goes right to the mound. Throw is in time for the out.
And that's the second really good play that Nobles has made on a potential bunt attempt. And just really fired around, turned around, and got him. Good spin move from him. Might be able to make some guys miss on a football field.
Well, and again, a bunt attempt with no one on to start the inning there, and it doesn't pay off. That scenario is 0 for 2 right now for Pike Road. This pitch is a swing and miss. Patriots with a pinch hitter. It's Blake Moses, the senior. Moses comes in place of Micah Andrews. Andrews was 0 for 1. He had a ground out in the second. Oh, 1 count for Moses. Wave and a miss.
Nobles has had a great day on the mound so far. Only allowed that 1 base hit in the bottom of that first inning, but has really been lights out and forced a lot of ground balls.
0-2. And he's caught reaching there. Moses swings and misses. Strikeout number 3 now for Asher Nobles.
And we talked to Coach Brooks a little bit before the game, and he said, you know, that's something that Nobles does really well, is forcing the ground ball. And it feels like that's what a large majority of this game has been for both the Patriots and the Indians.
First pitch from Nobles a moment ago to Suhaki is out of the zone for ball 1. Suhaki with a fly out in the second. His pitch low and away. A lot of action for Wetumpka Athletics over the course of this week. 2-0 count is upstairs. Indian softball played yesterday in a matchup against Percy Julian. It was a pretty short matchup as well. 3 innings thanks to the 18-0 win for Coach Otwell's crew. Heck of a team he's put together this season. The 3-0 is a strike.
Good recovery pitch from Nobles there. And talk about Wetumpka softball, man. They had a whopping first inning, put up 15 runs, batted around the order twice.
3-1 for Suhaki. Driven to center field. Racing back is Browning. He cannot get to it. Never mind, he did get it. My bad. He was able to chase it down there and records the out. Boy, he had his back turned to the rest of the field, managed to track it down like a wide receiver there for the third and final out there. It's still 1-0. Indians with the lead. Pike Road goes 1-2-3 once again. After 5, a 1-0 game. Indians on top on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Powered by Precision Floor Care. Our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
Protect what matters most with State Farm agent Jackson Hagan in Wetumpka. From auto and home to life insurance, Jackson Hagan and his dedicated team offer personalized service to ensure you have comprehensive coverage tailored to your needs. As a local agent, Jackson Hagan understands the unique challenges you face and is committed to guiding you through every step, from quotes to claims. Trust in a neighbor who truly cares. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Jackson Hagan is there. Call 334-478-3864 for a quote today.
Boy, Central Alabama Community College is building brighter futures right here at home with affordable tuition, flexible programs, and campuses across the region. CAC helps students start strong and go far. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success. We've got a pitching change here for the Patriots. Quentin Robinson is done for the afternoon with 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run that was earned off the homer, and 8 strikeouts to his name. And it's Gunnar Gibbs coming in now for Pike Road. First pitch there is in the zone, 0-1. Second pitch now, a high chopper to short. Picked up, throw in time. Good play from Reyes to get the out there. Aiden Peak was at bat. He's the one who's credited with the ground out there.
And you had a couple of substitutions defensively for the Patriots. Blake Moses takes the spot of Gibbs at first base. Robinson moved out to right field, and then Boyd, the right fielder, moved over to left.
Good looking out there. Mitch, the first pitch there outside for Peyton Dickey, 1-0. This time a strike, 1-1. Pitch downstairs. 1 out already, no one on. It's 1-0 Indians in the top of the 6th. Patriots hoping to keep it within 1 here, give themselves some opportunities. 2-1 is out of the zone again, downstairs. Gunnar Gibbs, a sophomore right-handed pitcher. 3-1. Cannot find the zone, and he will walk Peyton Dickey.
First walk drawn of the game by the Indians, and love to see that. That's something they've done all well in the last 2 games. It's been a little bit more difficult to find their way on base from a walk. And good job to see Dickey fighting alive there, and tried to steal earlier in the game, see if he wants to this time.
Brings up Asher Nobles now. Pitch is outside. Struggling to find the zone here is Gunnar Gibbs.
And I wonder from Gibbs if that's a little bit by his tempo. He's really blowing through these pitches.
The 1-0 taken for a strike that time. He just barely found it on the outside corner. Nobles has reached a base on each of his appearances, though neither of them have counted as hits. They try to pick off attempt there to get Dickey. Could not manage it. Nobles with an error, or made it on off an error in the second. They tried to pick off again and still unsuccessful. Then a fielder's choice in the fourth. 1-1 count. Gibbs fires high and away. Two-one. Fouled back. Mentioned the softball team. They've got a tournament going on this weekend that they'll be on the road for. Tennis is playing in the Pell City tournament starting tomorrow. So they will be out for that one. Soccer has Calera tomorrow night as well. That is at home over at Hohenberg Fields. 2-2. Is taken out of the zone. Full count here. And then track and field, by the way, hosting the River Region Invitational. One of two home track and field meets going on this season. That'll be Saturday beginning at 9 a.m. over at the sports complex. Tried to pick off first again and still unsuccessful. They are not giving Peyton Dickey any kind of leeway there on his leadoff. Payoff pitch to Nobles is too high. Back-to-back walks here. Nobles takes first. It advances Peyton Dickey to second.
Left fielder, number 7,
and
Henry Evans.
Gibbs has really struggled to find his zoning. I think Coach Brooks might make a change here. He's walking over to the dugout for a second, and Andre Hatcher comes in to pinch run for Nobles like it's been every time Nobles has been on base. They reached base on all three of his at-bats so far.
Yeah, and again, reaching without a base hit. He's done it in every different kind of way except for recording a hit. So they'll have Hatcher at first in a moment. They took Henry Evers away from the batter's box as well, but that was just to have him talk things over. Not going to make a change there.
Well, and Asher Nobles ran out of the dugout to go talk to him. Maybe seeing something with Gibbs on the mound.
Well, they've certainly seen some pitches outside of the zone because that's been his problem the last two batters faced. Back-to-back walks, put runners at first and second. First pitch there, called for a strike. 0-1 count as they will talk about it for just a quick second. Runner at first and second. It is Nobles at first. Dickey standing on the second base bag. Just one out as the Indians lead 1-0 in the top of the sixth. Beg your pardon, it's Hatcher, the pinch runner, who's at first. Pitch goes inside there.
It's a good take from Evers. Didn't jump out of the way at all. It was a breaking ball that looked like it started right at him and then caught it inside at the very last moment.
The 1-1 in the dirt. This is where things start to get really dangerous for Pike Road, too. If they let another man on, this is going to start to really play into Wetumpka's hands in this late innings. 2-1. Taken for a ball. Hitters count once again at 3-1. Wetumpka not having to do a lot of work to get men on here. They have a chance to load the bases with one more ball. Gibbs will look back. Indians dugout starting to chirp just a little bit to help cheer their guys on. Gibbs fires. Got the strike zone that time. Count goes full.
And that's they can't really draw up a more perfect strike than that, right over the heart of the plate. A good recovery pitch from Gibbs, but see if he can do it again.
Full count with the 1 out. Now for the payoff. Swung at, a blooper to center, it drops. Big hit from Evers. They'll load the bases now off the single. Indians earned that one thanks to Evers with the base hit. He stands at first. It's Hatchers who now stands at second. Peyton Dickey advances to third.
And Zingson comes up to the plate here. Big spot with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning, looking to crack it open.
Zingson 0 for 1 today, was hit by a pitch early on. First pitch to him, low and away. He was struck out in the 4th as well. Been serving as the DH this afternoon. 1-0 in the zone. One driven, ground ball gets through. It'll bring 1 home. How about another? Indians score 2 off the RBI from Thomas Zingson. Runners on the corners for the black and gold. They now lead it 3-0 over the Patriots.
That's a big piece of clutch hitting from the freshman there.
2 RBI single for Thomas Zingson. And some nice insurance for Wetumpka here in the top of the 6th. Still 1 out as well. Plenty of opportunity to continue to build on this as Bobo Browning comes up. One of the few that already had a base hit going into this inning. 5 total hits now for Wetumpka, including 2 in a row here. Now Browning slashing one to center field. It'll go right into the hand of Ballard, but it will easily allow the Indians to tag up at third and bring 1 more around as well. That's Henry Evers who comes home that time. A sac fly credited for Bobo Browning, and it makes it 4-0 Indians.
Yeah, and that's some really great situational hitting from Bobo Browning. Knows all he's got to do is just put one in the outfield, and you can probably get Evers home. And great recovery from the Indians after stranding 5 throughout the course of this game, making the most of the bases loaded.
First pitch to Fawcett, a ball. Back at the top of the order, this is the start of the 4th time around the rotation for Wetumpka. Fawcett steps out for a moment.
Maybe trying to play a little bit of that chess match with Gunnar Gibbs. It looked like he was about to start his motion, stepping off at the last second, maybe trying to make him think about what's happened to the last couple batters.
Now the pitch is low. And a 2-0 count for Gibbs. Pitch driven, center field, Fawcett. Not enough, though. Caught by Ballard, and that will end the top of the 6th. But plenty of work was done before the end of it, though. Indians with a pair of base hits, a couple walks, and a few runs scored. They scored 3 there to lead it 4-0 over the Patriots. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
At First Community Bank of Central Alabama, banking's about real relationships, trust, kindness, and a shared commitment to making life better. As your neighbor and partner across Elmore and Autauga counties, we're here for you, whether you're planning your future, buying your first home, or building your wealth. With our local knowledge and heartfelt support, you can count on us. First Community Bank of Central Alabama. Let's do life together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to real estate in the River Region, trust the team that puts you first. Chad Barrett, Beverly Wright, and Kathy Thornton. With experience, dedication, and a commitment to making every move smooth, they're here to guide you whether you're buying, selling, or investing. Together at RE/MAX Cornerstone and RE/MAX Cornerstone Plus, they're the names families across our community count on. Call today and let Chad, Beverly, or Kathy help with your next move.
It's been a big sixth inning for Wetumpka. They score 3 in the top. We now head to the bottom of the sixth. It is 4-0 Wetumpka, as things just got a lot more difficult for the Patriots. They were hoping to go into this frame only down by 1. Indians had other plans. It makes life a lot easier for the black and gold here, who have really been trying to find a way to score in more than 1 inning. They struggled to do so against PCA earlier this week. First pitch here, tapped back foul. It's Chandler Boyd up to bat.
And Asher Noble's still on the mound for the Indians, pitching deep into this game, already having gone 5 innings.
Wetumpka has not lost a game when they have scored 4 or more runs. The 0-1 well outside. They are 7-0 when scoring 4 or more.
And I think a big part of that is a testament to how good this pitching staff has been all season long.
Noble's pitch. Can't find it there. 2-1. Battling here with Boyd. Chops one towards short. Picked up. Throw is low. Took a bounce, and it will allow Boyd to get on.
And despite a little bit of a low throw there from Peak, that was a great job to catch the hopper right after it rolled on the lip from the center field grass there, the infield grass and into the dirt. It popped straight up. Good reaction time. Kind of had to fall backwards to get it, and good recovery to field it and landed the damage, but throwing error puts a man on first base in Boyd.
Yeah, so like you mentioned, the throwing error, it goes against Aiden Peak. That is the second error for the Indians today. Pike Road has 3. Pitch here is immediately bunted. Took an awkward bounce. Throw is not in time. And Pike Road gets another man on. Now trying to steal third, by the way, and they managed to. Goodness. It was Chandler Boyd who got to second, and then he took off for third after they threw it to first. And that puts Pike Road with runners on the corners here.
And now all momentum pointing the way of the Patriots, and it feels like that Noble's day might be done here.
They'll come and at least talk for a moment. We'll see if they decide to make a change or not. Don't think they're going to just yet. If they continue to talk things over.
Wait.
They will keep him in for the time being. I did see Joseph Landry go to the bullpen, so that is a catcher. So don't quite have an angle on who's getting warmed up in there from our viewpoint, but definitely some activity going on in there. Runners on the corners, no outs here. Pitch goes outside from Nobles. One-0 count. He'll try for the pickoff. Won't get him there. Pitch outside, pickoff attempted second, tried to steal second, and he does. Fawcett had a good throw there. Pete couldn't hold on to it, and it allows a man to advance. They've got 2 runners in scoring position now as Will Ballard takes to second. Quentin Robinson awaits now still with a 2-0 count. No outs here. Wave and a miss there. Pardon, he tipped it, but it's still counting as a strike nonetheless. The 2-1 count. Indians still leading 4-0. Big at bat here for Robinson. Pitch fouled. Count will even.
And a good job from Nobles to keep his composure there. Battle back from the 0-2 count, or the 2-0 count, and tie things up here at 2.
It's kind of been the opposite of what we've seen from Nobles throughout this game, where he's been the one ahead on the count. And it started to come back to him, and now he's been the one having to chase it to even it back. This pitch fouled again. Boyd and Ballard, that is, at the ready. Standing at second and third. Robinson, who is 0 for 2 today. The 2-2 ground ball gets through between the 5-6 hole. It'll bring both runs home now for Pike Road on a 2 RBI single. Pike Road answers the bell with 2 runs of their own and a runner still at first here with no outs recorded. Herb Reyes steps up now.
And he represents the tying run in this one.
Another timeout will be called for Wetumpka, and I believe now this should do it for Asher Nobles. Wait and see if someone comes out here, but Coach Brooks stepping onto the mound to at least have a conversation. Nobles has battled his way through this game, and prior to this inning, he has been remarkable. With just 1 hit given up prior to this, he's now given up 2 in this 6th inning.
Yeah, but only one of those runs will count against his earned run total after the first guy got on Chandler Boyd on the throwing error. And again, you talk about it, it feels like a lot with this Indians team. The errors really come back to bite them.
3 strikeouts as well for Nobles today. And it'll be Dylan Jordan who will come in for the Indians as Wetumpka makes the call to the bullpen. We will take a break and let Dylan get warmed up, then introduce you to the new man on the mound for the Indians. Wetumpka still leads it 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th on the Call Your Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Safety starts with Montgomery Fire Equipment Company. From inspections and extinguisher service to full fire suppression systems, businesses across Alabama trust our team to protect what matters most. And now, we're hiring. We're looking for new fire technicians to join our team. If you're hardworking and ready to make a difference, this is your chance. Montgomery Fire Equipment, protecting people, property, and progress.
.105.1 WRFS is WRFS-FM, Rockford, Alexander City, Lake Martin, Wetumpka, Prattville, Montgomery, home of the Wetumpka Indians on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
Wetumpka making a call to the bullpen here. It is the end of the day for Asher Nobles. Nobles, at least for the moment, his numbers sit at 3 hits with 2 runs. 1 of them earned, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. That's over 5 innings pitched. But Pike Road still with a runner at first. That would go against Nobles if he were to make it home, so his numbers are not officially done just yet. Wetumpka, on the other hand, making the change with the new pitcher in Dylan Jordan. Jordan stepping onto the mound and trying to help the Indians to finish out this ball game. They had led it 1-0 after the fourth, and then we went into the sixth, and that's where the fireworks started. Wetumpka scored 3 in the top of the inning, and then Pike Road now has tacked on 2 of their own in this bottom frame.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Indians, number 18, Dylan Jordan.
So Jordan on the mound. He is still pitching to Logan Fawcett, the catcher.
Patriots shortstop, number 1, Herb Reyes.
Herb Reyes is up to bat for Pike Road. Still no outs recorded here, so Jordan is going to have a lot of work to do. And Pike Road still with that runner standing at first. That's Quentin Robinson. Pitch well inside on the first throw. Jordan gets a called strike there. He's really leaning on that inside corner right now off those first 2 pitches. 1-1. Taking a breath. Now he'll fire. He's got a lot of heat on these, but just a little all over the place early on. That time outside. 2-1. See if he can be a little bit more consistent on the placement. The pitch there is tipped and called for a foul. 2-2. This one well inside again. I believe it hit Reyes, and they say it did. He will walk to first.
I think that hit him square in the back there, and Reyes just turned right around and took it.
And that was the same kind of pitch that we had kind of been seeing. He had been just putting so much heat on it that he was seemingly losing control of the direction of it. And that's what caused it to go into him. The very first pitch that he threw was very similar to that one and almost hit Reyes right off the bat. Runners now at first and second for Pike Road. Robinson standing at second, and Reyes acting as the tying run at first.
Yeah, and if you're the Indians here with nobody out, 2 guys on, I wouldn't be shocked to see a bunt attempt here from Reyes. Or from Pacheco, sorry.
Yeah, it's Diego Pacheco who's up, the righty batter, hoping he can be the go-ahead run with no outs. Runners at first and second, 4-2. Indians on top in the bottom of the 6th. Jordan's pitch is in the dirt. A lot of his pitches so far have really slashed downwards, which has made it tough for him to keep it inside the zone. 1-0, fouled back.
Also worth noting, as the sun has continued to go down, it feels like the wind has kind of chilled out as well, so maybe not as difficult for those outfielders to make plays.
One count. Jordan's pitch called for a ball just outside there, 2-1. Didn't have quite as much movement on it as it came across like a lot of those earlier pitches did, but still just not quite in the zone. Now for the 2-1 with Pacheco. Outside again. 3-1 count for a man who grounded into a double play in the first and had a ground out in the fourth as well, both to the shortstop in Aiden Peak, who, by the way, is getting plenty of cardio work right now as he's gone back and forth from his position towards closer to second, just in case they want that pickoff attempt. Pike Road dugout, feeling the momentum right now. Jordan takes a breath, looks back. Now the 3-1 pitch. Wave and a miss, and the count goes full.
Yeah, and Pacheco swinging for the fences there. I mean, he took a big cut at that pitch, and he represents the potential go-ahead run here at the plate. So big out potentially coming if Jordan can do it.
Payoff pitch. Wave and a miss. Gets the first strikeout that he needed. That's a big pitch from Dylan Jordan as he starts to find a little bit of that rhythm here.
And Jordan, usually a starter, trying to settle into this game as a relief pitcher. You think if Lombardi is healthy, he would probably be the guy you go to in this spot. Has not allowed a run to score, has Miller Lombardi on the mound since the opening game of the season.
I want to keep the focus on the runner at second right now with Quentin Robinson. Just saw Dylan Jordan and Aiden Peak go and talk with each other for just a brief moment. Again, I mentioned how much Peak has been moving around trying to set up a chance to catch the runner Robinson sleeping. One out now, runners at first and second. 4-2, Indians lead it in the bottom of the sixth. Pitch is called for a strike there against Gunnar Gibbs.
Yeah, and Gibbs flash bunt momentarily there for a second. We'll be interested to see if he tries to stick it out for just trying to get in the head of Dylan Jordan.
Oh, 1. Bunt fouled. Going for that bunt, trying to get these guys advanced. I think you maybe try to change the approach a little bit and find your way into a tie ball game and potentially prioritize that.
Yeah, absolutely. But with 2 strikes here, you can't rely on the bunt anymore. Too risky.
0-2 is upstairs. Gunnar Gibbs 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out in the second, was struck out in the 4th inning. The 1-2. Fouled back.
Some good fight here from Gibbs, trying to work his way back into this one. And if you're Pike Road, you really would have loved to have that bunt laid down, like you mentioned, to get 2 guys in scoring position. And that's definitely something you trade for an out at this point in the ball game.
A 1-2 count for Gibbs, who is serving as a relief pitcher on the other end of this as well. Facing off against the new pitcher for the Indians with Dylan Jordan. The 1-2. Chopped up, gets over the mound, picked up by the second baseman. Throw to first, off target. He missed the throw there, but he's saying he tagged second, I think. They missed the throw to second as well. 1 run has come home. Pike Road now at third. And called safe at third. What a mess this play just was. Pike Road manages to get a man all the way to third base off that with Gunnar Gibbs. And I believe that they just tied the ball game.
I mean, he 100% stepped on the bag there. Yeah, okay. They do only give the 1 out. They do give the Indians the out there. But the tying run now 60 feet or 90 feet away at third base.
It's a good thing. They had acted at one point like they weren't going to give it to him, or it seemed bizarre for a moment. But yes, so they do get one of those outs at the second base bag. Would have been a beautiful double play there if the throw had been on target to first base. It is a different first baseman for Wetumpka now as well, with Asher Nobles over there after being relieved as the pitcher. Pitch there is a strike. 0-1 count with Coleman Stabler up. It's Gunnar Gibbs who stands at third. His pitch out of the zone there, 1-1. Just to clean things up a little bit, Gibbs, as this pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. Gibbs was credited for getting on because of the fielder's choice, so he does not get what would have been a triple, I suppose, since he made it to third there, but advances off the fielder's choice. 1-2, swing and a miss. Stabler is struck out. Pike Road does plenty of damage, but not enough. It is 4-3. Indians still holding on as we enter the 7th inning. Wetumpka needs a little bit more insurance here because Pike Road has the momentum. We'll be back for the final inning when we return to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
We believe in doing things right the first time. That's the promise behind Finish Line Garage Floor Systems, powered by Precision Floor Care. Our custom garage floor systems are designed to be tough, stylish, and built for the long haul. With a team rooted right here in the community, we deliver quality you can count on. Finish Line Garage Floor Systems. Let them rest on the best. Visit FinishLineGarageFloors.com today.
Looking to tackle your next home project? Look no further than Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply. With same-day pickup, ship to store, and ship to home, all available at RussellDoItCenter.com. Whether it's paints, tools, lumber, or lawn care, we've got what you need with the service you can trust. So be sure to shop today at RussellDoItCenter.com. RussellDoItCenter.com.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Top of the 7th inning now, and Wetumpka picked up some momentum an inning ago, but Pike Road certainly matched it. Both teams scoring 3 runs in the 6th. We now enter the 7th with a 4-3 ball game. First pitch a moment ago against Connor Jacks was a strike. It's 0-1. Jacks takes the pitch for a strike. Really reached at the 0-2 pitch now and fouled off. It was well outside of the zone there. It felt like a golf swing almost. This pitch now looped, short hop to the shortstop. The throw is in time for the first out.
Yeah, and Indians would really love to pick up some insurance runs here. You had a couple of them, but then immediately got erased after both teams score 3 in that 6th inning. And meat of the order coming up here for the Indians.
No one on, 1 out. Indians lead it 4-3. Kyle Richardson up to bat now. First pitch to him, called for a strike. Richardson was struck out in the 5th and the 3rd, actually. 0-1, low and inside. Again, did reach in the 1st inning off of an error. Things have cleaned up quite a bit for both teams, really, outside of the one play we saw a moment ago for the Indians. Pitch is in for a strike there, too. 1-2 is the count. 5 total errors. Pike Road with 3, Wetumpka with 2. That play a moment ago, by the way, on the fielder's choice, no errors were awarded on that play. The 1-2, wave and a miss. Richardson chops down. He is struck out. First strikeout for Gunnar Gibbs now.
Number 5, Aiden Peak.
Gibbs came in to start the 6th inning and struggled a good bit. He's clearly found something, recording the out on Jackson, then the strikeout against Richardson. It's Aiden Peak who's up. He just took a strike a moment ago. This pitch now swung on and soaring to left field. It's the center fielder, Ballard, who races in and gets under it. Indians needed some insurance. They go 1-2-3 instead. Pike Road's going to have a shot at it in the bottom of the 7th when we return. It's 4-3. Wetumpka leads it, trying to close it out. They're 3 outs away from doing so on the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network from Radio Alabama Sports.
Now is the perfect time to start your future at Central Alabama Community College. CAC's next mini-term begins March 9th, giving you a fast, flexible way to earn college credit or start a new career path. With campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville, CAC offers affordable classes designed to fit your schedule. Don't wait for fall. Get started this spring. Apply online today at cacc.edu. Central Alabama Community College. Central to you, central to your success.
Hungry for fresh, flavorful seafood? Come to Wharf Casual Seafood, your local spot for shrimp, crab claws, mahi-mahi, and all your coastal favorites. Looking for a budget-friendly bite? Check out our tasty lunch specials featuring wraps, salads, shrimp, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, wharfcasualseafood.com. The coast is here.
All comes down to this. Indians need 3 outs to try and seal the victory over Pike Road, who trails the Indians 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. I told you that 7-0 stat, by the way, when scoring 4 or more runs. The Indians are also 5-1 when leading after 6 innings. First pitch here is upstairs. And the one loss, that came this week. It was on Monday against Prattville Christian. Indians led it 2-1 in that ball game before PCA slashed a homer and then ended up scoring one more to win that game 3-2. The 1-0 pitch in for a strike. It's Noah Foley with the 1-1. Takes for strike 2. Pitch there was outside. Noah Foley pinch hitting in that 6th slot. Well, we've already seen a couple changes. Micah Andrews and then Blake Moses. As that pitch was low. Count goes full here for Foley. Foley, a senior catcher. Pike Road faithful is ready to roll here. Payoff is fouled. Fawcett almost caught it, but instead Foley lives on.
Yeah, and Fawcett a little bit frustrated with himself, an all-star catcher. Not just a tough play to make, though. That one came back with a lot of velocity and a lot of backspin on it as well. Tough to squeeze that.
We'll try the payoff again. Pitch fouled again. Well, I'll tell you, that has a lot of heat on these nets, and the nets are not the tightest. There's people that are sitting inches away from the net, by the way. That'll give you a little bit of a jump scare with how much heat that had. Try it one more time. This time he waves and misses and is cut down. 1 out down, 2 to go for the Indians. Jordan with his 2nd strikeout. 3rd strikeout, that is. First pitch here is low, going up against Suhaki. So 3 strikeouts for Dylan Jordan. He's now tied Asher Nobles, who had 3 earlier. The 1-0 ground ball gets through to right field. And that'll put a man on. Suhaki, the tying run, stands at first with a base hit.
And that was a hustle play from Asher Noble. It's tough to come up with that one. Completely laid out for it and just missed it by a couple of inches. It was a hard hit ground ball and tough to go to get that in your glove, especially with all that room between first and second base.
Well, this is where trouble arose last time. We saw Pike Road able to get one man on, and that's where things started to kind of unravel last inning. Braden Adams will pinch run now for Pike Road in the place of Bryson Suhaki. It's Chandler Boyd who will still be up to bat. I mentioned that there was the one man that got on and then everything started to unravel. It was Chandler Boyd who had that run get on, or was able to get on. He got off onto first thanks to an error in left field, or pardon that, shortstop. Talking things over here for a second. They had to confirm with our home plate umpire about the pinch runner. Now Coach Russ Brooks wants an explanation as well, a quick explanation given, and we finally get to resume. 4-3, Indians lead it with 1 out and 2 to go. Runner at first in the bottom of the 7th here, 2 outs away from getting a road win. Pitch there is low, 1-0, as Chandler Boyd was showing bunt there, but backed off. Pitch is taken back. They tried to pick off first, couldn't get him.
That was a rocket from Fawcett over there at first base. I thought he had a chance at getting him.
Kind of took us by surprise. It's a 1-1 count now. With a ball and a strike. Jordan pitches outside. Fawcett pump fakes the throw to first and instead gives back to Jordan. Certainly keeping Braden Adams, the pinch runner, on his toes, and he knew to get back immediately that time. Two-one count. Still a bunt. It trails foul down the first base line. Had good contact on that one, though. It was a slow roller, just trailed a little bit further to the right than he meant for it.
Yeah, and that's just about a picture-perfect bunt right there, right down the first base line, and good enough speed on it to where you have a chance at beating it out for an infield single. And with 1 out here, you definitely are not going to go back to the bunt here. You got to swing away.
2-2 count. It's Will Ballard set to bat up next behind Boyd. Dylan Jordan looking for strikeout number 4 in a big moment here. Pitch. Fouled back. Boyd keeping the battle alive as Adams waits at first. This pitch is sent to right field. Shallow, though, and caught by the right fielder there in Kyle Richardson. 2 down, 1 to go.
And now with the bunt definitely out of play, do you think Pike Road might send Adams?
They may have to here to just get a guy in scoring position if they can help it. Will Ballard comes up to bat. The lefty batter at the bottom of the order. He has a base hit this afternoon. It came with a single last inning. And boy, does he need it here. 2 outs. Jordan looking to close. Pitch there, a strike. This would go as a save for Dylan Jordan. If he can get it, the win would go for Asher Nobles. 0-1 count. Jordan fires, swing and a miss again. One away now to try and steal one on the road. Ballard steps into the box at the ready. Jordan nods off the first call. Now he's ready. Time called, though, by Ballard. He wants a moment. Pike Road's Will Ballard, the sophomore center fielder, who's already got a base hit. He's ready now. Jordan fires. High and out of the glove there for Fawcett. It allows the runner to advance to second. That is a big deal there. Suhaki able to get to second base, now in scoring position. Or pardon, Braden Adams, who came in as the pinch runner for Suhaki. So Adams stands at second. Jordan looks back for a moment. Again, kind of communicating with Aiden Peak, who's been really good about trying to stay in position to potentially have a pickoff play at second base. Now Jordan's ready. Still a 1-2 count for Will Ballard. Jordan looks back. Breathes, fires. Wave and a miss. Ball game. Ballard is struck out. Dylan Jordan with number 4 ends the night, and the black and gold steals a win on the road against Pike Road.
And great pitching from the boys all day, and only one earned run on the night for Asher Nobles. Jordan lets nobody score. Good job coming out of the bullpen when he's used to starting the games. It was a great night for the pitching staff all the way across the board.
How about that for both pitchers? Asher Nobles, 3 strikeouts over 5 innings, 3 hits, and only 1 earned run. He is the winning pitcher tonight, but Dylan Jordan, the star of the show there in the final 2 innings, after recording those 4 strikeouts over 2 innings pitched, gave up 1 hit in the process of that. He gets the credit for the save here tonight. The loss goes against Quentin Robinson for Pike Road, despite his 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. Indians win it, though, 4-3. And how about them being able, by the way, to close out the ball game? That was a big issue on Monday against PCA, where they were able to score those 2 runs and end up giving Wetumpka the loss in the final inning.
Yeah, absolutely, and a big part of that comes from being able to score in more than just 1 inning. You had the solo shot from Aiden Peak to open things up, and then following it up just 2 innings later with 3 runs. You let Pike Road score 3 runs of their own, but with guys on, you get out of that at bottom of the 6th inning, and then with a guy in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th, you get out of it again. Great job in relief from Dylan Jordan here tonight.
Wetumpka moves to an 8-2 record, while Pike Road falls to 10-3. Wetumpka's next game will be against Park Crossing on Saturday. It'll be a doubleheader at Bazemore Field beginning at 2 p.m., and then they'll have another scheduled for 4:30. That will be at home this Saturday, so make sure to come out or tune in here on the network. Again, our final score, 4-3, Indians win it. For my partner, Mitch Petrie, I'm Gavin Baxley. Big win for the Indians, as Wetumpka Indians baseball is an exclusive presentation of the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network.
This has been a presentation of Radio Alabama Sports. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to the Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network, home of the Wetumpka Indians. Presented by RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Central Alabama Community College, and the City of Wetumpka. Sponsored in part by Collier Ford, Central Alabama Community College, RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty and RE/MAX Cornerstone Realty Plus, Baptist Health, and Baptist Ortho Now, the City of Wetumpka, Central Access, Russell Do-It Center, State Farm Agent Jackson Hagan, Wharf Casual Seafood, First Community Bank, Montgomery Fire Equipment Company, CAC Adult Learning, and Precision Floor Care. The Collier Ford Wetumpka Sports Network is a product of Radio Alabama Sports and Radio Alabama. This broadcast is copyrighted by Radio Alabama for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Radio Alabama's consent is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.